Hello everyone and welcome to Factorio. I'm Par and today I will be playing Seablock. So in the previous episode we started building this block that produces rubber and should export some methane, which we will also want to convert to plastic, by the way. So we started working on this process, but we couldn't quite finish it on time. It took us a little bit of time to reach this point, like even this point actually. One thing that we discovered is that we need to have hydrofluoric acid. This one. Hydrofluoric acid, we need to have it delivered, and without it we cannot really proceed. We cannot do anything without it. So let's quickly so the question is, should we produce it on site or should we just take it from there? If you take it from the build, then you'll need to export some barrels, and it might be overall a tiny bit trickier. I mean, it's not really tricky, I just don't like when the build is both like getting barrels and exporting barrels. But let's take a look. What would it actually take to make it in place? Hydrogen fluoride gas, hydrofluoric acid. So we are missing hydrofluoric acid. Could produce it from here. Alright, we'll have calcium sulfate as an output. And what can we do with calcium sulfate? We can convert it into lime. I mean, honestly, that wouldn't be that bad, right? That wouldn't be that bad. So instead of basically exporting things here, we could just copy this build. I'm not sure which option I prefer. Because updating this build isn't really hard. It's pretty straightforward. Let's just get hydrofluoric acid from here. This way we'll have. Oh, it's gonna be a bit tricky, but we'll do that. At least this way it will also be available to some extent in the. It will be available in LTN network. So if you wanted to use it somewhere else, we'll just be able to do that. And if we will not be able to, like, basically, if at some point we run out of hydrofluoric acid, then we'll need to come up with a better solution to it. But for now, I think we should be totally fine, especially since we are talking about what? 20? It's like 2 barrels per second. Well, it's more than 0, but it's not a lot. It is not a lot. Okay, let's see. Yeah. Alright, let's just copy it like this, maybe. Maybe without the oxygen part. Right, let's see. What should we change? We should remove this one because it's just not needed. We need to request barrels. No, not barrels. Hydrofluoric canisters. We got to request canisters. Let's do that. It's actually here. Canisters. We want lots of them. Obviously, right? Now we are getting them here. And the idea is that we will convert them using a single barrel pump. Just one barrel pump, because we believe it to be enough for what we are trying to achieve. How should we get barrels there? That's the part that I don't understand. Let's see. We can completely delete this part. We can move this pump somewhere. We still need to figure out what to do with barrel pump. We could maybe place it here, do all the barreling kind of on this side. Right? And what will it give us? Alright, we're having some issues with the build here. Like this. How can okay, let's think about it like this. What if I do something like this? Oh. And I could also add things here. Is this a good idea, what I'm doing? Or not quite? I don't know, it looks again like some kind of spaghetti stuff. Hydrofluoric, this one. We are filling canisters. Okay, good. We remembered what we're actually doing. Nice. This, and we need a little bit of water. We can get some water here. Like this. Great. So now the only thing that's missing, we need to get some canisters and we can get them like this. Okay, awesome. We managed to again spaghetti this stuff around. Now, one thing that we need to be careful here, I don't want to take too much hydrofluoric acid from here, so we'll be using overflow valve here to make sure that, actually here. No, here, a little bit further from the source. To make sure that we have enough hydrofluoric acid in this network, right? Because that's really important. And here we will add a tiny, well, not really tiny, but we will, oh, no. Okay, awesome. That's basically our output of hydrofluoric acid. And it should work. We just need to say that we are interested in canisters here. We want to send them over there. I'm not sure why I'm using red belt here. I guess it just looks nicer, looks beautiful. So that's why we have it. So with that, we almost have hydrofluoric acid. We need a tiny thing to happen here. We need to add a limit. So that's what I'm basically waiting for. I'm waiting for robots to deliver this belt. Where are the robots with this belt? Oh, I see it. It's moving, it's already almost there. It's coming. No, it decided to recharge. It decided to recharge. Okay, it's basically here. Let's add condition. Hydrofluoric acid. We want less than 250. 2,500. 250 stacks. Because each stack is 10. For like barrels, canisters, all those things. So what is happening here? Oh, look at that. We actually don't have great production of it. And really? The inserter is the slowest one? Okay, I'm gonna upgrade inserters because this does not make much sense. And we discovered another problem. We needed them connected like this. That's another problem. We have lots of issues with this modification. Okay, let's see. It should work. Let's just trust our build. It should work. It should produce some hydrofluoric acid canisters. And what we want to do here, we want to request them. Not here. Here. We will be requesting those hydrofluoric acid canisters. Let's do that here. Hydrofluoric. This one. Yeah, and as usual we want... Oh, wait, that's too much, right? You know what? Let's not do it like this. Let's say 100, 100, 100. I'm not even modifying them. I need to do. Like, really, I gotta press enter? Okay, at least this way we shouldn't be risking running out of space here in these warehouses. Nice. So here we wanted aluminium and silver. Let's get them. So we have aluminium ore, this one, and we have silver ore, this one. Awesome. We got it. Now, what should we focus on next? We need to unbarrel this stuff. And I guess we could do it here. We could add like a barreling pump that we will use to unbarrel everything. Let's do it. Here it is. We could have it here, I guess. I mean, it doesn't really matter. We need to deliver lots of stuff there. I think I have to do something about it this here. Let's see. We could... Okay. I mean, this is basically our... this is basically our hydrofluoric acid, and we'll need to return it. We'll do that. That's okay. One thing to keep in mind is that we will need to do, like, to have a similar process further down there. I believe we can proceed. Why did we get even more silver? It's because I reduced the thresholds before reducing the requests. That's okay. Let's see. We have almost everything here built. We are missing this line. We're missing this line, and we're missing like the last two, which should be relatively straightforward. And we're also missing conversion from methane into whatever we need to convert it into, right? Let's see. This block. We are supposed to produce butadiene. That's the goal. To get a lot of butadiene. And we want to use steam cracker 2. The thing is, do we have steam cracker 2? Yes, we do. Let's do that. So we need just 4 of this. This is also steam cracker 2, right? How about we kind of align them somewhat? Or not? I like the idea. I like to do that. Okay, so here's one thing that we need, here's another. Right, we need naphtha, we need to produce naphtha. And naphtha... Wait, this is the part that is consuming naphtha. This is the one that is producing naphtha. Okay. Okay. Let's do this. Yes, something like this. We need 4, right? We need exactly 4. Nice. We'll get some of residual gas produced, and we'll send the residual gas above. Right there. So that it can be recycled into synthesis gas. That's the plan. Right? So we need some steam. We are generating steam here. We could in theory generate a little bit more steam here. Right? 90. Let's check. Here we need 3.8 steam for this one. And here, if we were to generate the steam, how much do we actually require? 1.2. Okay, so that's like 2 boilers. We better have a dedicated supply of boiler. Oh, sorry, of steam here. We'll have dedicated supply of steam. Or we could like really turn it around. Should we do it? Right, let's do this. Let's do this somehow. How do we do that? What is this thing? This is ethane. We don't really need it here, because the point of ethane is to go here. We got a little bit more steam than we actually require. Here. And we need to Leave it over there. So we need only 6, right? We need 2 plus 4. Okay, here we go. And we'll connect. Those with water, we don't need this residual gas going down. It's not needed. Okay, nice. So we have this part built. We need to produce carbon monoxide. Wait, we need carbon monoxide for this process, for naphtha production. Okay, let's maybe expand this a little bit. And the final one, it actually requires green metal catalyst. Oh, I see. So this process actually requires catalyst. Got it. Okay, let's try and do that. Let's say this will be input, and this will be output. And we have a power pole in the middle. I don't like that one. Well, I guess we'll have to have it. The reason I said I don't like it is because it will, again, break, like, cause our power poles to explode. We are playing with power overload mode, right? That makes it a tiny bit more difficult. So the question is, should I proceed with kind of this approach? Yeah, let's do it like this. Let's say closer belt is actually input, further belt is output. So closer is input. Right, and further belt, this one is output. This one was our input. Okay, good. Now, this is like a little bit complicated. I'm not sure whether I'm like trying to make it too nice, to be honest. That's because it looks like we actually have some space left over from all of this. And I'm not sure whether that's a good thing when you have leftover space. Right, let's see. We will be stopped there. We want to have basically this approach. More or less, right? We want that to go like this. But the problem is that we need to move it to the right a little bit. Okay. Almost nice, except the part that we actually require naphtha as an input. Which means that the location for this belt is not great. We probably want this belt to go here instead. Okay, so we got it. The belt is going there. And it will be producing green stuff. Right, this belt is supposed to be producing green things. We also need another belt that... Right, what was here? Hydrofluoric thingy, right? Hydra... No. Yes. hydrofluoric acid. That's what we want delivered here. Oh, and we already have it in here. Oh, that was surprising. But it's okay. It's good. It's actually good stuff. So we have green catalysts delivered there, and everything should mostly work there, to be honest. Let's add maybe one thing. So this is not red, that was green. Right, so this is a green one. But we also want to have red one. And the red one, so we have this build. The red one, we want to use it for this process. It's looking really similar to this one, so I probably want to use like a copy or something. Like, let's basically be inspired a little bit by this one. So we need as an input. Oh, that's tricky. So we want to get a red one as an output. Sorry, not as an output, as part of this process. We want to use red metal catalyst. And what I'm thinking about is that I could kind of take this process and use it here. Except it's going to be a little bit different, because here the output is simple, right? It's basically naphtha. But the input is not as simple. The input is tricky. So what if we do it like this? So that's input with this gel gas, and another input is with this stuff, with carbon monoxide. And here is the output. This is the naphtha that will go over there above. Why don't we do something like this? Okay. Let's rethink. How much space do we actually have available to us? Because if we have lots of space, we don't need to overthink it. Let's go here. We need 3 of these things. 1, 2, 3. Okay, got them. Nice. Here, we need 4.4 producing stuff that will be feeding to the 3, to like this 3, right? Let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You basically have 5. In total, we are producing 12 rubber. That means that each of this generates 4 rubber per second, meaning that we can actually have 2 inserters for each one. It will be placing stuff on a belt, like on 2 sides of the belt. So it's like, so far it's turning out to be like really nice and simple build, to be honest. You could have it working like this. Okay. So now this part. And that's basically it, I believe. That's it in terms of what we need to get for this to work. Let's copy this part. We're removing this one, we're removing this one. Right? That's the whole build. Easy. Another part that we're missing is the fact that we want to convert methane into plastic. Right? Let's add the process. So we want some plastic production here to consume methane. And how are we gonna do it? We'll be using plastic 1 because that's the process that we can use to consume methane. And let's say we are going for 10 plastic. 10 plastic requires 500 methane. We don't have 500. We have 337. So let's scale it down a little bit. Let's say we are going for 8. 7. 7.5. 375. And we have 337. I mean, honestly, looking good. Looking good. Let's build this part. No, not yet. We need some steam for that. As usual, we actually need a lot of steam. Okay, let's do this. Let's build this part, just so that we understand what we need to do. We will be producing plastic from here. And it will come basically from this part. Right? The output we could have it like literally be the same. Let's see. Let's say this is furthest, this is closer. Closer. I mean, this is looking good. Looking good. We can have this here. We'll need well, that's the thing. We can just connect them one to one in theory, right? So in theory, if we have like a complicated process and some cracking, so cracking will probably happen above. That's because I want to send residual gas back into the system. So that's kind of the idea. But the thing here is that let's actually kind of implement it. We have this connection. We can place it here like this. And it will just work. It's the best part. It will just work. Wait. I shouldn't have done that. I want to move this part a little bit down. I want to move this part up here because that's kind of the idea, right? This output. We probably want to pull it down for it to go down. This part we need to scale it a little bit more. So, and basically we have lots of plastic now produced there. Now I just need to copy this build. I mean, here is our plastic. Here is our plastic. What can we do with this? The input here is wait, is it methanol? How are we getting methanol? I forgot about it. we are supposed to get methanol from methane. And for that we need 12 steam crackers. Okay, so it is actually a little bit more complicated than that. Oh, okay. I really liked this part. I really liked that we could just chain them like this. But we need to add 12 of this steam crackers. Let's see how we can do this. Right. So it's basically 1. Copy. We should probably do the same with the output. Yeah. I want to also properly handle the output. Right. So we can copy it. And we want 12 of those. That's a lot. That is a lot. Let's see. How many are here? 11. We need 1 more. We need just 1 more. Yeah, 12. Oh. It's okay. It is okay. We can just move this one. We can make it work a little bit differently. And now we'll have to deal with some steam, right? We'll have to produce some steam. Let's say we'll be producing steam here. So here will be our steam. We have lots of steam that we need to generate. Okay, all steam, we can send all steam on the same pipe. We can send all steam on the same pipe. We will be exporting residual gas here. Well, not exporting, we'll be converting it into synthesis gas. Actually, now that I think about it, we can make this whole build, like, because it's producing so much residual gas, we could actually export residual gas. It's like another thing that we're exporting. Okay, let's do this. That's the connection. And let's see what is actually happening here. We are producing residual gas. We have 5 of this build. Nice. We have 5 of this build. Like matching. We have 2. Wait, we needed only 2. I shouldn't have copied this one. I actually needed to copy this one instead. I needed to copy this one. It's okay. Right, this part. We don't need residual gas connection on this side. Okay, let's see. Let's see. So now the problem is that we need to produce naphtha and feed it here. And another tiny issue is that we actually need to produce a lot. Okay, this part. What is this? This is methane, right? Yes, this is methane. And methane is here. Actually, the top one is methane, I believe. Right? Butane. No, this is not. This is methane. Okay, we'll switch it to become top one. It's okay. So we have a lot of methane, but this methane, we ideally want to send only overflow of methane over there, because the primary purpose is to convert it. Oh, sorry, not to convert, but to export it. So let's say we'll be exporting some methane. So this is the line of methane that we're exporting. This is just the overflow. And the overflow will go here, and we will need some boilers. We'll need 4 boilers to be more precise for that. We can actually... Can we provide boilers here? Should we? 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, why not? Why not do that? We can do it here, and we'll do it. So we could even get water from here, just to make it a little bit more compact. So we have basically built this one. Steam crackers, we need 12.5, and I built only 12. Didn't I? Yes, that's bad. That's not great. Let's add one more. So now we actually have enough steam crackers. Good. And we have 2 of this. It's also built. Yeah, there. And we should be getting some plastic out of it. This is also built. So this whole part is basically built, except we need to feed. We need to feed this boilers with charcoal. Okay, nice. All this is connected, all of this is powered. That's great. Let's go back. This build produces butadiene. We will need butadiene. And this build is producing ethylbenzene. Wait, I'm confused. Didn't we produce styrene? Oh, right. So here we are producing styrene. Nice. And for rubber we needed... Oh, right, that's... Now I remember. Oh, I think I remember what we've been doing. For rubber we need both of these things. We need chemical plant with styrene and butadiene. Okay, I shouldn't have deleted this part, I think. Let's do this. Right, butadiene can come from above, kind of directly, in theory. And, styrene can come from below, butadiene can come from above. Can it? So this is butadiene, right? Yep. it's not working yet. Why is it not working? What is missing? We're missing naphtha and steam. Naphtha build is basically here. Naphtha build is basically here, except the input side is a bit tricky. So let's change it a bit. Right. Let's just do it here. No. Let's implement it like this. I think working like this, we'll have naphtha delivered here. So that is naphtha. And we need to produce naphtha here. No, it's this build, I believe. To produce naphtha, we need 1.4 of this. They are placed, and we need a red one. So this is actually a red one. We need to get basically a belt that we could use for getting red thingies, like these ones. How should we do it? Let's use the same approach with a loader as an input. So now the problem, the way I see it, is we need to feed synthesis gas here. How can we do it? Have synthesis gas available here. So in theory, if we did... Oh, it's a little bit too far away, slightly too far away. How can we fix it? Brass pipes. Right? When something doesn't work, just use better pipes. Easier. So, oh wait, not like this. We are actually interested in feeding it over here. So what we need to do, we need to connect it like this and have this connection. Okay, good. Okay, now we actually have synthesis gas sent over here. There's a tiny problem that this synthesis gas can be produced only from here, but it cannot be produced from like when we are reprocessing the residual gas. So there is like a tiny issue with that. So let's see. This process, it actually feeds into the main output, into the rubber. So this shouldn't be a problem, like what I just described. It shouldn't really be an issue because it shouldn't get blocked on some byproduct being like not needed anywhere. So we have this part and this part. We're still missing liquefier that can take carbon that we are not even delivering here, to be honest, and producing carbon monoxide. So we calculated that we should have enough carbon for all, like for everything that we are doing, right? However, we need to deliver it. Because if we... Oh wait, how can I do it? Wow, interesting. I mean, this is looking like an option, to be honest. This is an option. Okay, we got it here. And we need to get it where do we need to get stuff? We need to feed. Okay, we need two things. This is looking a bit complicated, to be honest. Right. No. How can we do it? How can we make it a little bit better? How can I build this thing over here? I don't think I can. I don't think I can. Okay. Here it is. Right, and we can also just burn it. It's probably a bad idea. Right, because this part... Yeah, I think we want... you know what? I'll just produce charcoal, to be honest, on the side. I think it will be a better. I think it will be better to just produce whatever we need. Site will be producing charcoal, right? We'll need some water. We'll get water, I think. Can we get water? We could get water here. Right, that means that we can just, you know, move it over here a bit. So we'll have water. We will get charcoal not from there. Let's simplify this a little bit, because it's looking pretty complicated now. With these extra changes that, as we figured out, are not actually needed. Okay, now we have charcoal, and it's coming here, it's feeding the stuff, and we are producing carbon from it. Now we need to take this carbon and add some water. So we basically need to take the carbon with water. Let's do it. And not just any water, right? I think we needed like some special water. Purified water. We need purified water, which we have here, and I feel we might have too much purified water here. Let's take a look. What is this build? That is... It's this line, right? No, it's this one. We need 26 purified water for this. And we need 45 for this. This single header plant should be enough. Okay. And we are getting the water. Nice. So with the water produced, what else are we missing? That's it, I believe. that is it. Right, I wanted to build this part. So it requires styrene and butadiene. Which is which? That's the question. So I feel like styrene is above and butadiene is below. Let's connect them like this. Yep. And now we need to deliver this stuff, which is butadiene. Butadiene is the one that is below, the furthest. So we need to deliver butadiene from here. How can we do it? How can we do it? I would like to basically just get it from here and pretty much forget about like the problem. So butadiene is the furthest, right? If we do it like this, yeah, that's fine. That's basically it. Right, we have connected it. This part, what's missing? Red metal catalysts are missing because here we need iron and copper. Iron and copper. Here. I like this. Well, that's like the output. But we also need... What is the output here? We need methane, right? Methane. What can we do with methane? How do I search for it? Methane. It's a gas bottle. So for methane, we actually want to use gas bottles. Let's do this. Let's request gas bottle. Here. And we will be using it for methane. Okay, for this methane. We also have... Okay, so it's like looking a little bit tricky, to be honest, because we are not really short on space here. So why am I doing it like this when I could basically just do stuff like this and leave lots of space? Because this way we actually have lots of space to do, like, you know, whatever we pretty much want to do. Let's see, we are missing purple. Let's take a look. So these are canisters. Some of this. Oh, sorry, bottles. These are bottles. They're getting delivered, and what we want to convert methane into bottles. How can we do it? We have 337 methane. So let's say methane. We are filling methane bottles, and we want to fill say 10 bottles. Okay, so 1 barrel and pump is enough. That's good. That's the only thing I really wanted to check. That 1 barrel and pump is enough. So let's add barrel and pump. We'll have methane coming from above. Right? Actually, I think do it like this. That's methane. We will be well, not quite like this, right? We want it to be a little bit nicer, so let's say this will be our bottles. They are coming here. And we are using them. And we will have a connection, kind of checking stuff here. We'll have a red wire connecting power pole to the belt. And this will be our plastic that will also come from above. Right? So that's our plastic. Here, on the other hand, we want, well, we want a pretty similar thing, to be honest. We just want to send all we want to send all of our rubber over there, and we want to send this stuff over there. Oh, this one. I'm making so many mistakes today. It's crazy. The empty bottles, canisters, whatever. And the name of the station should be something with rubber, right? We already have rubber. And this is output. This is output. Awesome. Awesome. Looking good. This one is supposed to be methane. We are filling methane bottles. Good. And yeah, we probably want to do it like this. We don't want to have limit on this one, but we do want to have limit on this three. See? 1, 3. Okay, let's observe what is actually happening. Is this thing working? It's missing some steam. Why is it missing steam? That's the question. So we had a line. No, wait, not here. 4. That's the part that's missing steam, isn't it? How much steam do we need for this? Because... Right, let's take a look at this one. Yeah, steam. No, I don't see it. We need 1.5. But I thought we actually counted that. Right, we wanted to get steam from here. I remember now. That was our plan. So we'll get steam from here. We could actually also get it from this side as well. Like we could have all the steam connected. And this one is relatively easy to scale compared to this part. I mean, Why don't we do that? Right, and here we have combined steam. Maybe we shouldn't do it. Maybe we should. I don't know. Let's connect them. We have connection and we can scale this line of steam relatively easily. We could actually scale it even now, kind of have a little bit more. Yes, you know what? I like this idea. I like the idea of having slightly more steam. Let's see. Steam cracking of methane. That is methanol, the output. And we are not using it, I guess, because we are missing connection here. So we will start using methanol. We have steam already there. I want to remove this part, just so that I don't think about it too much. And so that we can scale this part. Well, we could, in theory, do that. But we could add like one more boiler here. I think it wouldn't hurt. I don't think the boiler here, there would hurt. Okay, let's see. We are producing methanol here. That's good. Let's say we want to have less than 2.5 thousandths of methanol. We want to give priority to this thing, because we want to consume plastic from here. That's actually the goal. Alright, this part seems to be working. We will get this connections soon. What I'm really interested in is where is my rubber? Oh, we didn't connect the styrene. Styrene is produced here. This is our styrene. And we are not using it yet. So we gotta start using it. Styrene, and it will come here. Styrene should come from here. Well, that's a bit unfortunate. We need to use longer pipe here. Okay, not that we need to use, but it will make it more, like, significantly easier. Here, let's say we want plastic, right? We are looking at plastic, but we don't want more than 50,000 plastic. Right, because if we got more than 50,000 plastic, then something strange is happening. So the question is, where is all of our gas? Like, what's going on? Oh, we need a consumption of butane and methane, which is converted into styrene, one to one. Right, so we just need to wait for this part to be delivered, and we'll get lots and lots of rubber produced. It took a while to build this block, but look at this. Look at this. It's awesome. Everything is super compact, except for like this area and this area. We got lucky, I guess, that we had like some free space. But if something doesn't quite work correctly with this build, we should, like, for example, we are lacking steam. We should be able to like fix it. Have a little bit of space. And the best thing is that it doesn't actually have any inputs except charcoal. And the charcoal that the block requires, it's not a lot, it's like 10 charcoal. Well, it is kinda a lot. I am surprised here. We are producing charcoal. We need... Wait, we need 7.9? We don't have 7.9, it's like 8, right? We don't have 8, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, let's improve this part a little bit, because there seems to be an issue with what we are doing. Right, this is also not great. I mean, we could have this placed here. So the problem is that we underbuilt we didn't build enough of these things. We don't have enough steam to keep this thing running. On the other hand, like, maybe we don't need to. Crazy idea. Maybe we don't need to build, like, to produce that much steam here, because this part is like extra, right? And it's needed only if you need to convert methanol to plastic, which we probably do. Okay, what is wrong now with the build? Nothing is wrong. We are not consuming rubber. Rubber, less than 50,000. So this is our rubber production. We got our first pieces of rubber. This is great. This is great. And we should be getting more steam here. So we have steam production, and it's all kind of connected. Like, basically all steam here is connected into single network. Well, into single, well, liquid network, I guess you could call it. Let's see. I want to wait a little bit to, you know, to get this build running for real. And then we'll see whether there are any issues with it or not. Okay, good. It's really good that I was wondering for a moment whether we have any new robots. I still don't understand how it's possible for us to have gotten so many robots, but at the same time we are like still producing bad robots, or what? Okay, bot. No, not bot. Robot. Right, let's see. So we are producing logistic robots and flying robot frames. I'm confused. I'm confused. Why we still have bad robots available in the network? What are we missing? We are missing flying robot frame too. Why are we missing it? We don't have Electric engines. Why we don't have electric engines? Have electric engines because we don't have electronic sockets. But so this build is supposed to be taking construction robots. How are we inserting construction, like old robots, into the network? Oh. No way. Really? Is that what's happening? Okay, this explains it. This explains it why we still have previous tier of robots in the network. Because these chests, where are they? These chests, the special robot replacer requester chests, they were supposed to be placing the robots that they're replacing into storage chests somewhere, into storage network. And I guess what was happening is that those robots were being delivered here. And that's obviously bad, right? Okay. I think we have an issue with the build. It's not working. This part has a lot of BTDN. This part probably has a lot of Stiran. It got delivered here, except BTDN. BTDN, oh right, BTDN was supposed to come from here, but we actually cut off the connection. Okay. This should do it. This should be it. With this small section of pipes, we should start getting a lot of rubber. And something strange is happening with our research. Right, we don't have green sockets. And we don't have green sockets because I completely forgot to add water here. Oh, we expanded this build. Either in this episode or in the previous one, I don't remember. Because I'm recording them like one right after another. So it's like 3 hours of Factorio gameplay right here. So sorry for being a little bit, tired. But like this build, it is great. It should work. Let's give it like 5 minutes to start up. Where are the robots? Here they are. Oh, very slow robots. Come in. This double port is not really needed here. And this one is also not needed. This one, let's skip it, but it's not really needed either. And here it is. It's working. How much methane do we have? What is our methane? Here's the methane. We almost don't have it. We have lots of methane and lots of butane. Good. This part is not really working, which is okay. And the first thing that happens, awesome. It's not this block that starts up. The first thing that happens is we are expert in methane. That is good, but we are almost, well, not almost, we are 60% full. Look at this. So this is our rubber production. We are getting lots of rubber that we need for the science, and we need it for productivity modules. Unfortunately, this block, like what we are doing here, is far from being enough to satisfy our rubber needs. We'll pretty much need to triple it. We'll need to have 3 such blocks in order to be able to match our science needs. And this will happen with yellow science. So yellow science will be the one that will make it a little bit difficult for us. The pink science is really easy to get. I've been postponing it for a while, to be honest, not really for any good reason. It would be nice to have copper coils before we build the science, and maybe we should also switch solder to be delivered in coils and not like this. It's because it should be nicer. This part, green science, can also be upgraded to just consume tin copper wire, because it's better than building it on site. This part can it actually be fixed? No, this doesn't use it. This one also doesn't use tin copper wire. We are consuming green wire and red wire. So we could improve a little bit green science, like a tiny bit. Let's take a look. Maybe we could do it. Where is it? Oh, we are already requesting this stuff. That's good. I guess we could switch different stations. This one is actually done. Convert methane into rubber. Well, we didn't convert methane into rubber, we built another rubber kind of on the side. But it's fine, I want to keep this methane that for some reason is no longer working. I think because we stopped requesting fuel oil. Yeah. Yeah, let's keep it in such state, like non-working. That's what I want. I want to actually, place these buildings maybe here, and yeah, we should be able to just replace it kind of right here. Let's say we want to switch plastic methane. From fuel oil, right? Fuel oil. We don't want to use fuel oil for this thing, and we still want to have a supply of methane that doesn't depend on our consumption of rubber. What happened now? How did it break? Oh, wait, but the fact that these are like blinking shouldn't really have changed anything. Let's take a look. This spot. No, let's go here. We are missing Bottleneck. Bottleneck is coming from here. We have too much residual gas. Residual gas has been sent here. We don't have steam of all things. We don't of steam because for some reason I placed this belt, this underground belt incorrectly. But now it should be working again, right? Because we should consume synthesis gas. Well, sorry, consume residual gas, produce synthesis gas from that. It should work. We have a little bit too much of synthesis gas, to be honest, so that's a little bit unfortunate. I'm not sure whether we'll be able to, like, whether the process will actually be able to start up, but we could improve the situation a little bit by adding a small storage tank right here. Right, and basically this thing should be working now. We should also start getting plastic here really soon. Did our green circuit production start? Okay, we have some carbon in there, that's good, and all of that stuff is working, so this is good. This is really good that we have green circuits again. Where is plastic? Residual gas, we still have lots of it. Right, because we have not placed this thing. Do we have a small storage tank? Yes, we should. The robot's a little bit slow, but it's okay. We'll get purple signs built. Do we have space for it? Yes, we have. Let's actually start maybe given the station's names. So this will be signs. This one. Except not purple. We want this to be pink signs. So this will be pink signs. Yep. And this will be pink signs output. Pink signs output. And yeah. We'll have to take a look at this build at some point later. Because right now maybe it's time to stop the episode, but let's take a look. How much electricity do we have? We still have a lot, right? We still have like 250, which is basically the amount that we use when lots of robots are landfilling different areas. Speaking of landfilling areas, I think we completely forgot to do that in the background even. We completely forgot about that. It's okay. Let's build this spot here. Okay. Now we are making, again, small progress on that. Let's see. We are producing rubber. We are still filling warehouse. Why are we doing that? Bottled methanol. No, not methanol. We need methane. We need this one, bottled methane. Okay, so that was an issue. So we stopped bottling it. That means that now it should be sent in here, like here. Let's wait a bit. Right, so methane is sent, and it's converted into plastic, and we're getting some plastic. This is great. This is working exactly as it's supposed to be working. Great. So with this build out of the way, oh, this is huge. This is huge. I was postponing building it for a while because, like, when I looked at it here, it just seemed a little bit complicated, and I was using this whole new process of getting synthesis gas from carbon monoxide. Like, this whole thing is pretty new. Looks complicated, but it's working. That's the important part. Mostly working. Butadiene is again low, and I'm not sure why. Naphtha. We are short on naphtha. Why we are short on naphtha? We don't have synthesis gas. That's surprising, to be honest. Why that's happening? So these things are shot on carbon monoxide because they don't get enough purified water. But that shouldn't be the case. Oh wait. So we had 2 times less purified water. That's why this part is not producing enough synthesis gas. So yeah, it explains it. And this one, why nothing is happening here? Because we rely on this connection. So in theory, we could actually pipe synthesis gas here, and maybe that would even be better, right? Because we could just get it from here along this, line, and then we shouldn't have like any problems basically with it. Well, but it doesn't look like we have any problems now, except we have too much essential gas. It kind of got stuck. This build got stuck. Let's fix it. So that's our fix. Right. We'll just have a huge pressure tank for residual gas. This way it should never become the problem. Like this, basically, it looks like it's not enough. So this way it should never become a problem. And we should always have something happening. Build. Okay, I'm not gonna wait for this part to be built, but I feel like maybe I should change it back to normal pipe. I feel like with this pressure tank, we shouldn't really have problems with residual gas anymore, because all of it should be converted by this process, and Yeah, it basically should be enough. Should be enough. We'll see how it works. Well, I guess we'll have to wait and see, but I expect not to have any issues from now on. Let's say this was episode 150. We finally produced rubber, and yeah, was a little bit long again, but we got the rubber at the very end. It's great. Thanks everyone for watching, and I hope to see you in the next episode. Cheers!